I just want to say that progress was made today. So if you watched my Ancient Mythos Project pan, I brought in the Sakoshi glue-free lashes because I've been neglecting them in my 50 shades of blue. And I have to say, today I picked them up, took them out of the package, had every intent of using them, and realized when I went to go grab it, I don't have tweezers. But it was still progress, because that is the closest I've gotten to actually using them. Welcome to my fourth update of Turn and Burn. This was created by Jessica of the PANtastic Ladies as a way to get through all those gimme products that you have been hoarding. I have a little bit of everything today. I have some neglected products, I have progress, I have some empties, and I even have some add-ins. So let's jump into the update, starting with my makeup product. I do only have one makeup item in this project, and that is my Unleashia Get Loose Glitter Gel in the shade number 7 Happy Baker. This is the one that I did have to decant my Zecia liquid eyeshadow into as well, so you want to focus on the purple shade there. I'll actually kind of turn it around there because I've been focusing on this side here. I've been digging it away from the edges there, so as you can see I'm trying to actually make it so there's visual progress that we can actually track, because just taking it off the top it feels like we're going nowhere. So unfortunately with this product I only reached for it 2 times last month, bringing me to a total of 17 uses so far this project. And the reason it's kind of so little is because I tend to reach for this one when I go with cool toned looks, and unfortunately my Pan That palette is a lot of warm tone looks, and I tend to reach for the white shade that's in here for the warm toned. So I think I'm gonna have to get through the white shade first before we start making a lot of progress on the purple shade. But speaking of progress, I have my little deluxe sample size here of the Dr. Cerecol Pro Balance Pure Deep Cleansing Oil. I managed to get 9 uses out of this product this past month, which I think is pretty dang good after being neglected for a while there. As you can see, we're about halfway now. Unfortunately, I would say this is definitely not an effortless cleansing oil. You do have to work a little bit to get eye makeup off. The other skincare product that I was able to make some progress on this month was the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. I did end up taking the stopper out of this one because for whatever reason, it's just so hard to get out when the stopper's in there. But I do have to warn you, if you take the stopper out, this will come out so quickly, a lot faster than you're used to. So just be careful, because you go from having not enough to having way too much. And so far, I would say I like this. Like, it feels really creamy, it feels really moisturizing on the face. So I say if you have normal to dry skin, you might actually like this one. Because this was my first time dipping into this one, monthly and total uses are the same, and that is at 12 uses so far. Unfortunately, we have to go through some neglected products now, so just to give them a shout out so that way they don't get forgotten about, I have the Numbuzzin No. 2 Rose PDRN Overnight Collagen Mask. I also have a VT PDRN Hydrogel Mask. I have the Biodance Hydrogel Cerenol Real Deep Mask, and the last one I didn't use was the Life Brand Hydrogel Facial Sheet Mask in Freezing. But a product that I did make some progress on, these are my Mingxir Compact Sheet Masks, and every month I have a goal of 5. Unfortunately, I can tell you I did not hit that goal this month. I only managed to use 1, which brings my total usage of these to 12 so far this project. I did use this to reconstitute a sheet mask I will talk about later, and unfortunately it didn't go that well. Back to some neglected products for the eye mask. I still have 3 of my Numbuzzin No. 9. These are the NAD Plus Collagen Under Eye Patches. Just make sure if you get these that you get like a little Tupperware container, put some toner or some serum in them, because you can definitely reuse these. Also in the neglected category for the 4th update in a row are the Life Brand Moisturizing Foot Masks. However, last month I did bring in some travel size toothpaste, and I can happily say I did get some progress on the Colgate Luminous White Brilliant Toothpaste. I've been focusing on this one here, and then when this one gets down to the bottom, I'll start focusing on this one, and when this one gets down to the bottom, then I'll cut them both open, and then I'll use them both up at the same time. However, I've managed to get 11 uses out of this one, both monthly and total so far. So those were the products that I made progress on, or unfortunately neglected this past month. So on to the products that I emptied. The first one that I have is the Dr. G 3D Vitamin C Niacinamide 5% Booster Serum Sachet. I did manage to get 3 uses out of this sachet, but I definitely could have got more. I took it when I went traveling, and unfortunately by the last day I still feel like I had about half of the packet left, but it was either throw it out or use it all up. So I just managed to use it all up on the last use. Saying that, It felt good on the skin, but unfortunately 3 uses is not really enough to tell you anything about the vitamin C itself. So it worked good with sunscreen, felt good when I put it on, and that's all I can really say about this one. One I have a little bit more feelings about, this is the Mixsoon Bean Sun Serum SPF 50+, PA+++++. And I did manage to get 2 uses out of this one solely on my face, and unfortunately this is one that feels really nice when you put it on, but as the day kind of gradually gets a little bit warmer and warmer, it ran into my eyes. And anything that runs into my eyes when it comes to sunscreen is an automatic no for me. And probably the empty that I am most excited to share with you today, I used a sheet mask. This is the Numbuzin No. 9 NAD Plus Bio Lifting Sil Full Face Mask, and this is one that you would wrap underneath your chin and then you put the mask on top of the face. It just felt like a little overdone, but it's okay. It's supposed to be a little gimmicky and a little bit fun. I would say I didn't really care for the sheet mask itself, but I didn't actually mind the serum that came in here. And I made notes about this because I buy the No. 9 Essence, which is more like a serum, and they're definitely 2 different products. Like, I compared the ingredient list and like they have completely different ingredients in both of them, but they're both serum-like. So it's like if you're looking for a moisturizing serum, I honestly would buy this and scrape the serum out of it and just discard the mask, because there is 48 milliliters of product in this mask. So I did do some calculations because I like numbers. Lifting Sil Essence, which is the actual serum one that you can buy, comes in a 50 milliliter or 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, and right now retails for $31.50 Canadian without tax, which makes it 63 cents per mil or $18.53 per fluid ounce. However, if you were to buy one of these sheet masks, it has 48 milliliters of product or 1.61 fluid ounces and retails for $7, which makes it 15 cents per milliliter or $4.35 per fluid ounce. Now I just want to reiterate, they are different products. This one is a little bit more lightweight, where the Essence is a little bit more of a richer consistency, and it definitely has more ingredients in it. But if you're a little bit frugal like me and you don't want to spend the $30 on the serum, like I said, I'd buy these and use the serum in it. And the last empties I have to share with you today are the 2 other toothpastes that I brought in last month. So the first one I have is the Crest Pro Health Densification Toothpaste. Again, like, what is with the names of products? I did manage to get 6 uses out of this product, so 6 monthly and 6 total uses because I used it up in 1 month. And it's a mint toothpaste. That's all I can really say. And then the other toothpaste I have is actually the one that my spouse currently uses anyways, but I used up the little mini size, and it is the Sensodyne Whitening Toothpaste. And unfortunately, this one actually caused my mouth to peel, similar to how the mouthwash I'm going through caused my mouth to peel. So a little bit weird. I wouldn't use this again, but my spouse really loves it. And to say that, I did manage to get 6 uses out of this thing once I cut and scraped it open. So on to add-ins. I do have 5 to share with you today, but 3 of them are the same. And those 3 are the Hunter Amenities Makeup Remover. These are just towelettes in single packet form here, which is not typically a product that I tend to gravitate to. However, they were free hotel amenities, and I have a problem that when there's free stuff, I like to take it. So that's how I managed to get these ones. I probably wouldn't use them to remove makeup, but they might be nice to remove like swatches, like something simple, or maybe when you're out and about and you're a little sweaty and you kind of want to wipe away some before you reapply sunscreen, they might be good for that. I also do have another Dr. G sample, but this one is the Niacinamide 10% BHA times Zinc Booster Serum. Not usually a product, again, that I would gravitate to, but it's a sample, so I might as well try it. And the last one is so hard to read because it's so small and they put white text on like a minty background. Like, why would you do that? But this is the Abib Heartleaf Teca Capsule Serum Calming Drop, and the sample size of this thing is like a size of a nickel. It is so small, but it's kind of cute. So yeah, happy to try this one as well. So that is my update for Turn and Burn. Like I said, had a little bit of everything. Some neglect, some progress, some empties, and some add-ins. So we'll definitely have a lot to still work with in the upcoming month. I hope you do come back for update number 5, which will be on June 23rd. But in the meantime, I do have a short coming out tomorrow about the fragrance products that I'm currently going through. And then on the 26th, I have my update for 26 in 2026. So hopefully I'll see you some somewhere in there. Regardless of which video you watch next, I hope you have a great day. I hope the weather is awesome where you are. And until the next one, I hope the day treats you well. Bye.